welcome. I am super excited. I'm Ellen from the Beaumont Children's Museum, and I have Alexis here with me to help me out with our first activity. We are super excited because T-Mobile Metro has generously donated money to bring this activity to you in the classroom, and this activity is called Creating Circuits. So today we're going to learn all about creating circuits, and one of my favorite things to do is to use this energy stick. Now, if you're in the classroom, your teacher has got one of these, and so we're going to show you how it works. So it's super simple. It has these two metal pieces on the sides, and when you hold either side, it lights up. It's super fun. So, but what's cool is that some things are conductors, which means they allow electricity to flow through them. And other things are insulators, so they don't allow things to electricity to flow through them. So Alexis and I are going to demonstrate some of these conductors and insulators. So this is just a plain bowl of water that I have here, and go ahead. We're going to show you just a plain circuit. So look at this. What? Yeah, so like we can create a circuit. Your whole class can create a circuit just by touching each other's hands, but we know that right now we have to social distance. So we're going to use a bowl full of water, and we're going to each put our hands in and take it out. What? So that's pretty cool, right? All right, so we're going to move this bowl aside. So water is considered a conductor, obviously. Now, this is just an egg carton, right? Cardboard box, any kind of cardboard box. So we're going to do the same thing. Each, totally a dud. So cardboard is considered an insulator, right? It doesn't allow electricity to flow through it. Other insulators can be rubber, plastics, those types of things. Now this one, let's try one more. Okay, so if you think about other things maybe around the classroom or at your home, you might think about a plug that you see, and this is made out of metal, right? So when this metal goes into the electrical outlet, it allows electricity to pass through this cord. But the cord itself is covered with an insulating material so that when we hold this, we don't get electrocuted, right? That's good. So look around your classroom, take a few minutes, look around your classroom and see if you can identify some insulators and conductors. And then I'd also encourage you at some point, whether that's right now, pausing the video and going out to play with this, or at some other point, but you, as a classroom, find some different ways you can create a big circuit. All right, so I hope you guys had fun exploring your classroom or around your house if you are home doing this activity. There are so many electrical insulators and conductors that are around us every day. So today we are going to do an activity. Like I said, it's brought to us by T-Mobile Metro. Teachers, please take pictures as we go through this lesson. We would love to be able to share these through our social media and with our grant funders, so that we can continue to bring these activities to the classroom. So you should have a bag in front of you. If you don't have these bags in front of you, go ahead and pause the video so that you can distribute these bags. Once you do have the bag in front of you, we are going to carefully unpack it. And I say carefully because there's a few things in here that are more fragile than others. So I'm going to first pull out these three, I have three, this is only two, three little LED diodes, okay? We're gonna use these. Go ahead and set those to the side. They're tiny, but the light part is the fragile part, so we don't wanna crush that. Then you should find some Play-Doh, all different colors. Please don't be sad about the color you chose. Beggars can't be choosers. Some batteries for a battery pack, and then another container that has a white dough. So make sure you have all of these in your bag. All right, so we are going to create a circuit using these items in front of us. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and take out your Play-Doh, all right? The way I like to do it is just like knock it on the lid of the Play-Doh container. Then I would like you to create 2 small balls. They don't have to be perfect, all right? But kind of roll it in your hands. All right, there's one, and here's a second one. If at any point during this video you need to pause to catch up, feel free to pause. I will try to go slowly so that you guys can all keep up. So I have my 2 balls, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and set those down on my table. And then I'm gonna pick up my battery pack. Do you see how there is a red wire and a black wire? So the red wire is your positive lead wire, and your black one is your negative. So you need both sides to create a circuit, all right? So we're going to insert this red one into one of these balls, and I like to kind of push it in a little distance, not all the way through, but just push it in. I'm going to take the black one and do the same. And I'm going to have my balls separated like this. Okay, so go ahead and do that. If you need to pause the video, like I said, feel free to pause the video. Now, next, we are going to unwrap our batteries, all right? If you have a pair of scissors, that will help to just kind of slice it down the side like that. If you have nails, nails work. You might be able to just do it with your fingers. I have nails, but they are wrapped in plastic, so you're gonna have to figure out how to unwrap them. So if this takes a minute to figure that out, feel free to pause the video. It's all good. But just hold on to your batteries. Don't insert them yet. I want to talk you through these batteries. For those of you who have never used batteries before or inserted them into toys, on these batteries, there's a positive and a negative side. So just like our positive and negative wires, there's positive and negative sides of batteries. If you look at the ends of the batteries, there you will find, you might have to turn it over a couple times, but you will find a minus sign, looks like a subtraction sign, a negative sign, and a positive sign that looks like an addition sign. So the negative sign is in the yellow on these batteries, the positive is in the blue. Now if you look inside your battery pack, on this black part, you will also see the positive sign and the negative sign. The negative signs are next to these springs, okay? So when we insert our batteries, we need to line up the negative to negative, positive to positive. So I'm going to insert this battery so that the yellow part is against the spring, and then I'm going to push that down. And you're going to need to do that for all 4 of these. They go vice versa, so if yellow's on this side, now yellow's on this side. All right, and it flip-flops again. And one more time. All right, so we have now, so the way that works is the electricity is just flowing through these. And then it goes out one side, but can it come back in the other? Not yet. So we're gonna need to finish our circuit. Okay, so you each should have 3 of these little tiny bulbs. These are called LED diodes. You should see these bulbs. There is a longer side and a shorter side. The longer side of the longer leg is the positive side, all right? So that positive, that long leg is gonna go into the same ball as your red wire, all right, your positive one. So I'm gonna insert that side in that one, separate these legs out, and then insert the other one. And look, I lit up. Do you guys all see that? All right, now if my balls got too close, do you see how it went out? That's because we created a short. There's no actual, the electricity never stops, and it actually continues to get hotter. So this is a circuit. We have now created a loop, all right? A circuit is creating a loop where electricity can flow. So I'm going to go ahead and take my bulb out, set that aside for a second. Then I want you to pick up your white dough. We're going to get it out of our container. All right, and then I want you to create 2 balls. You can use all of it. You can just use a little bit of it. I'm just going to use a little of it. I'm going to have 2 small little balls. All right, so here's one. I'm going to go ahead and take my red wire out and put it in this one. So I'm going to do the same experiment, but using this white dough this time. I'm going to create another ball. If this dough feels super hard, just work it in your hands. It'll get easier. It's not as soft as Play-Doh by any means, but I think you can manage. You guys are strong kids. 2nd graders are strong. All right, go ahead and take that Play-Doh off, set it aside, and insert this one into the black one. Okay, and again, we're going to put our LED bulb back in. I'm going to put my legs back down so I can figure out which one's my positive. This one's my positive, so I'm going to separate it out, insert it over here, insert the black one. Nothing. What happened? Why didn't that work? There's space in between. I'm not shorting it out. So what did we learn about earlier? Is everything a conductor? Does everything allow electricity to flow through? No. So this is what's interesting, is Play-Doh is actually a conductor. It's made out of salt, and salt is a conductor. This dough is called an insulating dough, and then it's sugar-based. Don't eat it, please, don't eat it. But it's an insulator. So we can use this to prevent short circuits while we're doing this. So go ahead and take a little bit, and we're going to take these back. We're going to put our Play-Doh back on like this. We're going to put a little bit of insulating dough in between them this time. All right, you can squish them together, get our diode, put it back, and you're going to put one side, the positive over here, put your negative across in the other pink, and it lit up this time. Even though these are smushed together, it stays lit up because that insulating dough is preventing that short circuit. Pretty cool, right? So now it's time to get a little creative. So I have one design for you guys. Your teachers have a write-up on it, but I'm gonna walk you through it right now. So what I would like you to do is take one of your balls, and we're going to create a snake. Do you guys remember how to create snakes from your childhood? So you just kind of roll it in your hand, make one of those long, thin lines, okay? It doesn't need to be too thin, about maybe like the size of a fat pencil, all right? Or the size of a pencil. That's about as thin as you want to get it. And then what I want you to do is you're going to roll it up on itself so it looks like a spiral. Here's my spiral. Again, pause this video at any point to take time to do each section. Okay, so here's my spiral. What we're going to create is a snail. So this is the shell of our snail. And now I'm going to just leave a little bit of Play-Doh on one side, just so. We're going to take you just need a little bit of Play-Doh, and you're going to create kind of a fatter snake for the base of it, okay? So here's the base of my snail. Now, if I were to hook up my diodes right now, my LED bulbs, it would not work because we'd have a short circuit, right? So we need some insulating dough. So I'm going to take my insulating dough that we used earlier. Again, I'm going to create just kind of a long, fat strip. This is a good time that you don't mix the Play-Doh and your insulating dough. All right, so I know when you were little, you loved to mix Play-Doh to create new colors, but this is a time where you need to let each of the dough do their job, if that makes sense. Okay, So I'm going to lay the insulating dough right on top of the Play-Doh, just like that. And then I'm going to put my shell on top of the insulating dough, and I'm going to push down just a tiny bit so it stays still, but not too hard. I'm going to pull up the bottom portion so it looks like the head has come up. And then I'm going to put 2 eyes on it. Before we put the eyes on, let's go ahead and attach our wires, okay? I'm going to have the black one go to the bottom and the red go to the top. Okay, do you guys see that? And then I'm going to insert. So again, if my red is at the top, then my long leg needs to go on top. Shorter on the bottom. I'm going to get another one and do the same. Because snails have 2 eyes, not just one. Ta-da! And we have created our very own circuit. And it's a cool snail. All right, so this is your time to get creative. I want you as a class to keep exploring these circuits. Maybe you can make a Rudolph, a Christmas tree, a snowman, you name it. It could be a robot, anything you want, all right? But this is the time to be creative as a class or as an individual, whatever you want to do as a classroom. But keep exploring these circuits. These are all around us. They allow electricity to come through. They're allowing you to watch this video right now. We need this electricity and we need these circuits to create all the cool things that we have in life. So we hope you enjoyed this lesson. Again, thank you to T-Mobile Metro for bringing this to you at each of these schools. We appreciate all that you do to help support this museum. Please come visit us at the Beaumont Children's Museum as soon as you can. We would look forward to seeing you. Have a great day.